advocate for authenticity. This is something I've created to encourage people to be real and honest with what they are feeling and what they believe, and just in who they are as a whole. And it's really cool. These are the kind of friends you need, people. The girl that I had in my last video, Maddie, kind of called me out on this yesterday because I was just having a rough day, like feeling all the feels. It was just this like stuff going on, and I was just not in a good place. And I called her and like kind of told her what was going on, but I was like, but you know, I'm fine, like I shouldn't be feeling like this, like it's fine, like I'll get over it, like whatever. She's like, Macy, she's like, advocate for authenticity. It's okay to feel like what you're feeling. Sweetest reminder, honestly. I don't even know where I'm going with this, honestly, but I just felt like I needed to share. God gave us, like, He made us human the way we are for a purpose. He made us with these emotions that we have for a purpose. Everything is for a purpose. And I tend to be more emotional than most people, which always frustrates me, especially like yesterday when I was like, I'm sure people are just thinking like, I'm being dramatic, and like, nothing's actually wrong, and da-da-da-da. Like, it's okay to have feelings, and it's okay to feel the way you feel about things, and let it be felt, and talk about it. Don't bottle it up and hold it in and act like you're fine just like everybody else in the world, because that's helping no one. I think that you need to express what you're feeling in hopes of helping people through whatever they're facing, and just be real that like, yeah, like I'm human, life's a struggle, but we have an amazing God who's going to get us through it. Another thing that I've been struggling with lately is like knowing like what the Lord has promised me, but wanting it right now and still being unhappy. Like, I know He's promised me like X, Y, and Z, but I'm like, but why not right now, God? Like, just give it to me right now. And like, it's just frustration with myself for being frustrated at Him, because like, I know He's got a purpose for everything. He does. He has a purpose for everything. There's a reason that He hasn't given you all of these like things that He's promised, or even given you a timeline for what's gonna happen when. He knows best, and you just gotta trust that and trust Him, because He knows what He's doing. And someone, I don't remember who it was, but just the other day told me about how like what if God like, or no, what if your dad set you down as a child and said, okay, so you're gonna have this job, and you're gonna go to this college, or you're gonna go to this college, you're gonna major in this, you're gonna get this job as an adult, you're gonna have this many kids, you're gonna marry this person, and on and on and on, and like plan out your life in front of you. There's no adventure in that. There's no like joy in figuring out what like the Lord has for you and like what's next and stuff. And I thought that was so interesting, because like I always question like, why not right now, God? Like, why don't I know right now? Why don't I know what's happening when, and da 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 da? But it takes the fun out of it and the adventure. Life would just be so boring without that, and I think that's like a valuable thing to remember. And as much as sometimes we're like, I don't even care, like I'd rather be boring than not know, but like you wouldn't at all. I know I wouldn't. So just trust our good Father's goodwill in that. And this is something I'm challenging myself to, honestly. Like, this video is not just to speak to y'all and call y'all out for things, but like I'm calling myself out, like, for all of the things that I'm just struggling with right now. And like, it's okay to feel how you feel. It's okay to be confused and not understand. It's also okay to trust God and trust that He's got us, that He's gonna bring us through what we're facing. He's got you, and He loves you. So let the feelings be felt. Enjoy what He has given you in the present, and trust that He is going to fulfill those promises when they need to be fulfilled. Just like look back and think about like all the times in your life like you're frustrated at God for not giving you something, and then think about your life, like what that would be like what your life would be like right now if He had let you keep that. And also Maddie pointed out this really cool visual there's this picture that, like, she described it as like what on a card like your grandma would send you. It's a picture of a little girl holding onto her teddy bear really tight, and God has his hand out to her, and she like doesn't want to let go of the toy, but behind his back he has an even bigger toy, an even bigger surprise for her waiting. And I just think that's so cool. Like that's what it's like right now. Like God's got something bigger and it's coming. Just trust that. Trust him. Just live authentically in who he's created you to be. And yeah. Also, to add some truth to those things that I was saying, because you honestly can't take what I have to say as true unless you back it up with the word. So, in Galatians 5, 16 through 17, it says, "But I say, walk by the Spirit, and you will not gratify the desire of the flesh. The desires of the flesh are against the Spirit, and the desires of the Spirit against the flesh. For these are opposed to each other, to keep you from doing the things you want to do. But if you are led by the Spirit, you are not under the law." So that's just adding on to the fact that I completely lost my train of thought. Oh my goodness. It's adding on to the fact that we need to live by the Spirit and like trust him and trust that what we're feeling is valid, what he's saying is true, and that as long as we walk by flesh, or no, as long as we walk by truth and by the Spirit, we will live a prosperous and joyful life. Wow, I really butchered that. Please, I hope you get that, because yikes. Only take what the Lord has to say, and that probably wasn't it. And then we go over to Ecclesiastes 2, and this is the chapter 3 is a time for everything, and it lists like a time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to pluck up what is planted. And so it says for everything there is a season and time, for every matter under heaven. So verse 4 to be exact. A time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. So there's a time for everything, and like you need to experience and acknowledge those things for what they are, because I think every feeling is valid, and I think that the Lord wouldn't give us those feelings to feel unless he wanted us to like really feel them. Hope that made sense. So yes, just be strong, be confident in what you're feeling, and allow yourself to feel it, and don't be like timid and scared of like, oh, like this is selfish, I shouldn't be thinking this, or like who am I to be complaining about this when like there's so many other people in the same position or worse positions than I am. Your feelings are valid, no matter what it looks like. Your feelings are valid, and God has better things for you to come, and those are like two different points, but like just like I was saying earlier, like I've been experiencing like a lot of those two separate things, but like within the same thing, and so I feel like maybe y'all are too. So wanted to encourage y'all in that. Yeah.